Hi everyone. In this module, we're diving into a selection of tools that can be really powerful for mentorship programs. Now, here's the thing. As helpful as these tools can be, they're only as effective as the ways we adapt them to fit our unique contexts and goals. So as you read, let's make sure we're keeping an open mind and really exploring how these tools might serve us, and maybe even how we can make them better. Tip number 1, stay curious and open. As you read through each tool, ask yourself questions like, how could this work in my organization? Or what impact could it have if used well? Staying curious and open helps us spot new possibilities even if a tool doesn't immediately seem like a perfect fit. Remember, just because it looks one way on paper doesn't mean that's the only way it can be used. Tip number 2, think of a tool as a starting point. Consider each tool as a guide, not a fixed solution. Think of it as something you can build from, not just follow to the letter. As you read, reflect on what adjustments might make it more meaningful or practical in your setting. Maybe there's a part you'd skip, or maybe there's something else you'd add to make it more impactful. This is about figuring out what makes the most sense for you. Tip number 3, critically reflect on fit. As you imagine using the tool, really consider its fit. Picture how it might play out in real scenarios with your team. If there's a gap or something that doesn't quite add up, note it down. These are key insights. Sometimes the best tool isn't a perfect match, but gives you ideas about what might work with a few tweaks. And tip number 4, be creative with modifications. This is where brainstorming comes in. Think of modifications or unique applications that might make the tool work better for your organization. Maybe your team could benefit from a different timeline or a specific format. Allow yourself the freedom to make it your own. Small changes can make a big difference, so let yourself get a little creative with it. And then finally, tip number 5, stick with it, even if it's challenging. Remember that implementing a new tool can be a process. It might feel like it's not working right away, or it might need more adjusting than expected. That's okay. Persistence often leads to deeper insights and helps shape the tool into something that's truly impactful. So if a tool feels clunky at first, don't give up. Stick with it and keep refining as you go. And in the end, our goal is to use these tools not just as they're presented, but in a way that's aligned with our unique goals, values, and organizational culture. By staying open, reflective, and creative, we're not only adapting the tool itself, but also contributing to the innovation and growth of our mentorship programs in a way that genuinely works for us. So as you read, remember these tips and let yourself explore the possibilities.